Yes, it's a dual Group 2 Monday at Sha Tin. That's right, Monday racing, usual kick-off time of 1 o'clock local. And welcome to Racing to Win. We're going to preview it for you right now, starting with Paul Alley and Tom Wood. And Tom, hello to you. Shame we haven't got the two greys there, Hot King Prawn and Classic Legend this week, but still an intriguing race, that second Group 2.
It certainly is. The Sprint Cup coming up over 1,200 metres. Race number 9 on the program, 13 to do battle in there, and it's a very good field. Wellington looking to step up and hopefully take honours for Richard Gibson. He is drawn awkwardly in gate number 12, but we've seen him get back, and I think he'll be a strong player in the race. Skyfield not to be knocked in that race either. And then, of course, Waikuku, I think he'll be tough to beat in the Chairman's Trophy. We've got a Class 1 over 2,000 metres, and other than that, I thought the undercard, some of those races look particularly tricky.
Yeah, they do indeed, and we'll analyse them a little closer. Paul Alley, hello to you. Have we got jackpots coming up this week?
No jackpots on Monday, but plenty of Easter treats with the races. There's a couple of those good races earlier on, and we're seeing some of the good horses out. And as you mentioned, there'll be some even races throughout the card. And Monday meeting, there might be a few surprises as well.
I thought that only happened on Saturday, but maybe being Easter, it might be waiting till Monday. We'll rip right into it for you now. We've got just the one scratching to a check, and that comes up in race number 6. Circuit Hero is out, replaced by Formula Excel, who'll carry the 9 saddlecloth. Derek Lung will take the ride. It is meeting 60, 10 turf races, B+2 course for Sha Tin. The first race, the Lugard Handicap over the 1,200 metres, is a Class 4. Pleasant Endeavour steps up to the 1,200 for the first time. Ella Gears had 2 trials since we last saw him. That was on Boxing Day. All You Know is back in trip from the 1650 at Happy Valley. First starters, the 5 Prime Star, the 6 Thunderstrike and the 7 Victory More. Monster Carcars had 2 starts for 2 fourths here over the 1,200 at Sha Tin. One Bull's had a stable change, has joined the Paul O'Sullivan stable, and Paul has got 1 trial into him. Side Hero steps up an extra 200 metres, and Dazzling Feeling a gear change, the blinkers on, but does have a wider draw. 5 horses, Tom, have been to Chungfa, 2 Ella Gear, 6 Thunderstrike, 7 Victory More, 8 Monster Carcar and 11 Side Hero.
You know, clear and obvious leader for this first race of the day. Potentially a horse like Side Hero might be able to go forward from gate number 12 for Chad Schofield. You've got Happy Gathering. He might even be the alternate leader, Happy Gathering. He has led in the past. That was 2 runs ago. Here we go. He was relatively handy first up. Then you've got Pleasant Endeavour, Allegear, who's still a maiden from 18 starts. Horses like One Ball, Monster Car, Dazzling Feeling, they're all likely to get back in the first.
We're going to have a look at some of the first starters here in this race. This is one of them, Prime Star. He's had 6 trials. Tongue tie goes on him, 1168 pounds. But on his breeding, you'd think he'd want a bit further anyway. Tony Picone from Barrier 5, but he looks well enough. Thunderstrike, now he's 1,098 pounds with the hood on for the first time. He's had 4 trials to get him well, and he goes nicely on the surface. He's by power, so I wonder if they will start him eventually on the all-weather, but look, the horse looks good here. And Victory More, the last one, he's 1,015 pounds, so more slight horse this one. Hood on him for the first time. Another one that's had 6 trials, he's by Sacred Falls. He's just drawn awkwardly in Barrier 9, but I'll show you the 3 first starters.
Our first replay comes from Happy Valley, Tom. Couple of them here. All You Know is an interesting runner coming to Sha Tin. He's only been there 4 times, and Monster Carcar had some blood in the trachea last start.
Yeah, he's been disappointing overall, has Monster Carcar. Still a maiden from 20 starts. Had issues last time out with blood in the trachea. This was his run 2 back, going back to the middle of January, and he was okay here. All You Know, Paul, I had questions about him coming back to 1,200 metres.
Yeah, and four zip at Sha Tin as well. Monster Carcar, you'd probably have to take unders with Joe Mirror on, so no, I didn't get any of those.
All right, we move on from that race, Paul, to One Ball here now. This is his last start on the 24th of February. He runs 5th behind Daily Beauty. Since then, he's had a stable change and 1 trial. He's joined the Paul O'Sullivan barn.
Yeah, look, I think he's going quite well, this horse. He's got Zach Purden aboard. He's just drawn awkwardly in Barrier 13. This was his best run, so he was just coming to hand, I thought. He's only been to Sha Tin once before, so I put him in on a minor line. I wanted to keep him safe.
He's just drawn awkwardly, but in that run there, I certainly had him on notice because he was a handy 5th on that occasion. He does have ability, this horse, and I think if he gets the right sort of run from the draw this time round, he could be a player. I'm going to take a chance with him in the first.
He's just got better and better with racing, has One Ball, that is for sure. Side Hero, Tom, this is down the straight over the 1,000 metres. He has been round the bend. That was on debut, but he's got a wide draw this week.
He jumped a bit awkwardly on this occasion at the start, and he was up near the pace, and he's battled on sort of from the 350, 400, beaten 3 3/4 behind Killer B. He goes around later on in the program. I snuck him in on a minor line.
I didn't find a spot for him. I just thought barrier 12, he might have to work to get across to the front too. And if one of those other ones want to take him on, it might be a little bit tricky for him.
Pleasant Endeavour. Paul's been back to the trials. A debut winner, then he failed at his second start behind Summit Cheers. What did you make of this trial?
I didn't mind the trial. This was on the all-weather. He's by Radit's choice, so he should like the all-weather as well. Look, up to 1,200 is the key for him with the barrier. He's drawn barrier number 4. You can forgive a horse second up, and he wasn't that far away from Summit Cheers as well. So up to 1,200 looks ideal for him. I'm going to take a chance with him. He's got to carry the weight, but from barrier 4, he should get the best run.
Yeah, I've got him in. You can see he went to the line in that trial with no pressure at all. He kept on quite nicely over the final stages, so I think he's probably one of the horses to beat in the race as well.
And of course, the horse he did beat on debut, Hurry Hurry Game, went the start after, and we'll see him later in the program. Selections for the first, Paul?
Yeah, so I'm going to go with him. Pleasant Endeavour. He's a winner already this season, and the form's been franked. A dazzling feeling, I thought, was a bit unlucky at his last start. Barrier number 10, he'll get back, but they are putting blinkers on for the first time. One ball we talked about, and in the run, I thought Happy Gathering from barrier number 1 is going to get the perfect opportunity, and he did improve from start 2 to start 3. 1, 14, 9 and 10 in race 1.
I've gone with number 9, One Ball on the first race. He is drawn awkwardly, but hopefully he can get in somewhere and get some cover, hopefully, for Zach Purton. He's put on 19 pounds since his last run, so I think he's in good enough form to give this race a shake. He travelled nicely and kept on well in a recent trial. Pleasant Endeavour, Sight Hero, Monster Kaka, only in on a minor line. Overall, he's been disappointing. So 9, 1, 11 and 8.
And it is Pleasant Endeavour who's come up as the early favourite for the opener at 4.3.